inside Penguins hockey at Ross Park Mall. When the Pens take to the road, how does the equipment get there?
Takes a lot of organization.
Kevin Stevens has a tip on face-offs in the offensive end.
All the forwards can help out on face-offs.
And former Penguin Phil Bort and mascot Iceberg are our special guests. That and more as we take you inside Penguins hockey. Welcome to Ross Park Mall, home of Inside Penguins hockey on Fox Sports Net. Brought to you by Arby's. Give in to your grown-up taste. By your Pittsburgh area Volkswagen dealers, proud sponsor of Inside Penguins hockey. And by UPMC Sports Medicine, proud to be the official and exclusive sports medicine provider for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Hello and welcome to Inside Penguins hockey. I'm Brent Stover with Phil Bort, the former Pittsburgh Penguin, for the second week in a row. You like this TV gig, don't you?
I love this stuff. I love being out here with the fans. This is great.
And we do have a nice audience tonight, and one of the reasons, our special guest. His name is Iceberg, and without further ado, Iceberg, get on up here. He's down there kissing the girls. You know, you flew this guy in, right? Where'd he come from?
Yeah, I don't know, from parts unknown, I guess. Hey, Iceberg, how you doing?
How you doing, And what's the life like for a mascot?
Oh, it's pretty cushy. You get to go to all the games, and you get to kiss pretty little girls like that.
Right. All right, let's sit down. Iceberg, we'll get back to you a little bit later on. You know, Phil, we went to the video archives in recent days, came up with some pretty good video of your second career. We're going to take a look, if you don't mind.
Oh, great. Let's take a look.
All right, let's do it.
What do you say we take this out on the river and party all summer? Woo!
This is the best thing you could get in hockey right here. It doesn't get any better than this. It was nice putting the cup over your head. I mean, that's probably second best right there. But to have the ring and to have this the rest of your life, this is what it's all about.
The morning show with Scott Paulson and Jim Crenn about 10 past 9 o'clock. Welcoming to the studios, Phil Bort of Pittsburgh Penguins. We go out on the road now, right? One of the fun ones?
Oh yeah, we leave for the booming metropolis of subtropical Winnipeg.
Winnipeg! Whoa! Yeah!
My favorite.
Uh-huh. Send us a postcard.
All right, so the radio gig. How about that? How did that come about?
You know, it was one of those things where I was doing some appearances, and they just approached me and said, hey, why don't you come on the morning show? And I still have a great relationship with Scott Paulson and Jimmy Crenn, even though they're not together anymore. I still am personal friends with them and talk to them not only on the air, but off the air also.
All right, so what types of things are you doing right now?
Well, besides this great gig with Fox, I've been doing some stuff with the Penguins, doing personal appearances. As you know, when I played here, I always thought being a professional athlete, that part of your job description was to get out there and be with the charities and visit the children. So I'm doing a lot of that stuff through the Penguins, working with Jimmy Crenn in the morning show, still with DVE, working with Scott Paulson in the afternoon, and working with Stan Savran in the afternoon. Also, I'm working for a sign company in sales right now. And so I'm just basically trying to get my feet back into Pittsburgh and get back hitting the ground running, so to speak.
How about the play-by-play thing? I know last year you did 3 games of color on the radio for the Penguins radio network. Is that something you plan to pursue as well?
That's really where my passion lies. Last year, like you said, I did 3 games on the radio, and so I got a good taste of what it's like to do the color commentary position. And I would love to do that. I know Eddie Olczyk and Bobby Erie do a great job, but down the road, hopefully I get a crack at it too.
Is it interesting to see that side of things? Because you spent a whole career being on the ice. Now you're one of the guys talking about it.
Well, yeah, then I easily become an armchair quarterback, and that's the easiest part up there. But you have to be careful not to critique the guys too hard when they make a mistake. But like I said last week when I was here, you're not going to meet anybody that's a bigger Penguin fan than me. So it's easy for me to sit up there and talk about the Penguins because I love everything about the Penguins, and it's just a joy for me to be in the booth.
What's the toughest part of that job?
Is definitely the critiquing part. When things aren't going too good for the Penguins, you don't want to jump on them and critique them too much, but also as an analyst, you need to tell the crowd what they're doing wrong and why they're doing it.
All right, we're going to have more from Phil Bort when we come back. We're talking about the 91 Stanley Cup run, in particular, the first series against the Devils. Stay with us.
Take the plunge and get your group to the game. If you have a group that wants to see all the fast-paced action of Penguins hockey, then you're in luck. group tickets are a great value, and the Penguins make it easy and affordable. To find out how you can bring your group to Mellon Arena, just call the Penguins Group Sales Department at 412-642-PENS and get in the game.
Well, Merry Christmas, everyone, and now that you've finished opening your presents, please join us for a special edition of Pittsburgh Sports Tonight as we take a look back at the top 10 Pittsburgh moments of 2002. Which of these sports moments do you think are number one? Is it Larry Johnson's sensational chase after the Penn State rushing record? Or is it the unbelievable run to the Sweet 16 by the upstart Pitt Hoops team? And what about the incredible saga of Tommy Maddox? Find out who's number one next on PST.
America's #1 pregame show is ready to hit primetime. It's Fox NFL Saturday Night.
Saturday night? I do my best work on Saturday night.
It's a television event that can only happen in primetime.
Primetime, baby. I'm ready.
Fox NFL Saturday Night, coming next month.
Winston Cup champion Tony Stewart tries to conquer NASCAR's most legendary track, the Daytona 500, this February, only on Fox.
In the ring, Evander Holyfield faced a life of extremes.
This is the most unbelievable spectacle I have ever seen.
But he was overwhelmed by the temptations of fame.
I never ever wanted to have kids out of wedlock.
And it almost cost him everything.
I don't think Evander has ever been faithful towards me.
Evander Holyfield, Beyond the Glory, Sunday on Fox Sports Net. You're watching Fox Sports Net.
Inside Penguins hockey on Fox Sports Net is videotaped at Ross Park Mall and is presented by your Pittsburgh area Volkswagen dealers, proud sponsor of Inside Penguins hockey.
And the Penguins pick it up, and here's Sparky with a man open left wing. Bill Moore cuts inside now. Bork in front, shoots. Still brings it towards the net. Yager's in front. He's right there. He shoots and scores! Jaromir Jagr wins it in overtime for the Penguins. And ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has just left the building. And Yuri Herdina wheeling ahead to center ice now to Phil Bork. Going to the Devils' line. Swing wide on the left side. He's flying out here. Bork goes behind the net. Sanders in a front shot by Herdina. Score! Yuri Herdina gets his second goal of the game. The Penguins lead 3-0. And it has to be most gratifying for this Penguin team, a team that fought a lot of adversity during the course of this playoff series.
And that was 1991, the Cup run, the first series. You guys won in 7 games over the Devils. What are your lasting memories of that series?
You know, that series was a time in Penguin history where we really started to believe in ourselves. And up to that point, we weren't really sure if we could win one series, never mind win the Stanley Cup. And in that series, we got down 3-2 against the Devils, and you saw Jagr emerge as a young star, and there was a huge confidence boost for him. But also, Bob Johnson got us to believe that we could lose 3 games in a Stanley Cup final series and still win a series, and we really started to believe in ourselves that we could win.
We saw a video of Game 2 there a moment ago, a big assist in overtime. You got the assist to Jaromir Jagr to win Game 2. What do you remember about that play?
It was a very simple play. There was nothing complex about it, but I remember after I made the pass to Jagr, I just kind of sat back and just went, wow, something special is going to happen here. And I think he went around 2 or 3 guys, and he kept holding on to the puck like he does, looking for the perfect shot, and he put it in. It was just jubilation. It was a disbelief that he was able to do that. And if you remember, the following year, he made an unbelievable play against Chicago in Game 1 where he deked about 3 or 4 guys. But that goal that he scored against New Jersey was a goal that propelled him into not just being a great player, but being a superstar.
Tell me about the second round and take us through that and what transpired.
Yeah, the next round was against Washington, and that year was a year that we dominated Washington all through the regular season. So after winning Game 7 against New Jersey, we went into that series against Washington just fired up, and we won that series 4-1. So we were just riding off an emotional high. The next series, if you want me to segue into that for you, we played Boston, and that's when we went down 2-0. And that's when the infamous statement by Kevin Stevens was we will not lose another game. And we all sat back and went, whoa. You know, Kevin, you're pretty bold in saying we're not going to lose another game, and we did. We went on and won 4 straight.
And then you win the cup. What is that like? Was it like you envisioned growing up as a child, wanting to be a professional hockey player and ultimately dreaming of winning that cup?
Well, Brent, I don't know if you played street hockey or not, but any kid that's played street hockey, usually one of the games you play in street hockey is Game 7 Stanley Cup. You win the cup. You're carrying something over your head. So that was a special moment for me. You know, when you talk about each game individually, it's kind of a blur. But the thing I do remember was when somebody handed me the cup to me and I was able to put it over my head. And I remember thinking, boy, I bet you this thing's real heavy. But at the moment, it felt like I was probably putting this microphone over my head. It felt so light. And it was so exhilarating that there was like all this weight off your shoulders. Because going through the Stanley Cup Finals, it's a very taxing, emotional thing. So it was just jubilation.
11 years later, are the memories just as fresh in your mind of that particular, all those series, and especially the Finals series?
Yeah, they really are. I mean, it was the highlight of not only my life, but my career, and it's great to come back and reminisce with people. I walk through the mall here, and people are still grateful for what was done to this city.
When we come back on Inside Penguins Hockey, Kevin Stevens shows us how to take face-offs in the offensive zone.
Offensively, that's what you want.
ACC basketball. 2 of the nation's most storied programs take center stage in this doubleheader. First, Georgia Tech throws down with Drew Nicholas and defending champion Maryland. Then, the Cameron Crazies will be buzzing when Chris Duhon and Duke look to avoid the upset against Dayton. ACC Sunday Night Hoops, this week on Fox Sports Net.
Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. And now that you've finished opening your presents, please join us for a special edition of Pittsburgh Sports Tonight as we take a look back at the top 10 Pittsburgh moments of 2002. Which of these sports moments do you think are number 1? Is it Larry Johnson's sensational chase after the Penn State rushing record? Or is it the unbelievable run to the Sweet 16 by the upstart Pitt Hoops team? And what about the incredible saga of Tommy Maddox? Find out who's number 1 next on PST.
He doesn't care about the rules. He doesn't care about the other drivers. The only thing he cares about is winning.
Now, Winston Cup champion Tony Stewart tries to conquer NASCAR's legendary track. The Daytona 500 returns this February, only on Fox.
How about the Iron Curtain?
The Iron Curtain, all time. That's all time.
That was the group.
That's all pro. You don't
the
get
Hogs.
Oh, it's the Steel Curtain.
The Iron Curtain. Yeah, the Steel Curtain. All of them.
Bruce, you're supposed to know that, man.
Yeah, but the Iron Curtain was another team.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. They were in the AFL.
What they call the Cowboys, man, back in the heyday? Y'all got 3 rings. What's happening?
Criminals.
The NFL Show with Irvin, Siragusa, and Davidson. Saturday and Sunday on Fox Sports Net. You're watching Fox Sports Net.
Inside Penguins Hockey on Fox Sports Net is videotaped at Ross Park Mall and presented by Arby's. Give in to your grown-up taste. Brent Stover alongside former Penguin Phil Bourque, and we're talking face-offs in the offensive zone. What's the trick to it?
Well, there's actually a lot of assignments on an offensive face-off. As important as it is for the defensive team, it's extremely important for the offensive team. And when you mention that, the first thing that comes to mind is in the '92 finals. I'm sure everybody will remember Mario's game-saving goal that when we had about, I think it was like 12 or 13 seconds left in the game, and important face-off. Ronnie Francis won it back to Larry Murphy, who all he did was get the puck on the net. And Mario, with his great anticipation and reach, was able to slap home the rebound past Belfour. And that won Game 1, and we went on to win 3 games after that and capture the Stanley Cup.
As long as we are talking face-offs in the offensive zone, it's today's tip. We turn it over to Kevin Stevens.
Face-offs are a very important part of the game, especially in the offensive zone. That's what I'm going to talk about today. The white team's the offensive team now. And what you guys want to do, and the same thing, is you want to try to win the draw back to the defenseman. You want to set up your players. You want to set them up so where you want to draw the puck. You want to draw this puck back to your point man, because you're going to be on your back, and most guys, most centermen want to draw the puck back. And if you draw the puck back, this winger here is going to be right here, and he's going to try to hold. He doesn't want to let this guy to this point man. He can't hold him. You can't grab him, but you can kind of step in front of him and not let him there, because he's going to try to win the draw back to this guy, and he's going to try to get a shot on net. That's the biggest. The biggest thing is also the holdups. You know, everybody talks about how important the face-off is. The face-off doesn't mean anything. If I'm playing left wing here, and my job is to hold this guy up, and I let him go right by me, he's going to be on top of my defenseman. It's not going to give him a chance to shoot the puck. So I think it's 5 guys everywhere. And anytime the face-offs anywhere, it's 5 guys working together to try to make the best play. You're not always going to win that face-off. So say you lose this face-off. You know, if you lose this face-off and the puck kind of slides in here, you got to go, and you got to try to get that puck. You're going to try to beat him to the puck, and obviously he's going to fight for it. You know, it's not always, face-offs aren't always won just by the centerman. You know, sometimes the puck, a lot of times in our game, professional game, everybody talks about good centermen. There are good centermen. There are great centermen that win face-off. But a lot of it comes from the wingers. A lot of the pucks are right in here, and you come in, this winger comes in, push back to your point man. It makes that pass back to the point man. That's a win for this white team. That's a win for your centerman. A lot of times people talk about, you know, Ronnie Francis. A lot of these guys are great centermen. They're great at winning draws. But it helps to have people help out. A lot of times this guy will come in and just hold this guy. And when the puck will lay right here, and his centerman, his winger will come in behind him and put the puck back to the point man, and that's a win. You know, it's not always just the centerman. The forwards all the forwards can help out on face-offs. You guys ready? Play it out, all right? Stop. That's perfect. You know, that's offensively, that's what you want. An offensive player, as an offensive team, the centerman wins the draw back, defenseman puts a shot right on the net, and the white team just crashes the net, tries to bang it in.
Time to welcome in Dr. Steve Russo, the Director of Sports Psychology at UPMC. And Dr. Russo, we're talking visualization. Tell me about the importance of that as far as your job and what you try to teach in what you're doing.
Sure. Visualization it's simply a skill that you can learn, and at UPMC in the program, the sports psychology program, that's basically just one of many techniques that I teach athletes how to do. It's pretty simple. You basically just find a quiet place prior to the game sometime, close your eyes, picture yourself playing the way you want to play, try and make it as vivid and as clear as you can. Incorporate all of your senses, try and think about things like technique and you know, what you would like to do on the ice or in the middle of your game, and just get a whole positive image flowing before your game so that you can go out on the ice and do what you see in your head.
Doc, that's great for the professional athlete, but we have a lot of young kids that watch the show also. What would you recommend for them that are either, you know, at 4, 5, 6 years old? I say just go out and have fun, never mind visualization. But when you start getting up around high school and the college levels, what would you recommend them doing to prepare themselves better for a game?
Right, and I don't think there is a difference between a high school athlete using the exact same skill that a professional athlete might use. You know, it's just simply a way that you can improve your performance, be it at the high school level, be it at the college level, or at the professional level.
Okay, when we come back on Inside Penguins Hockey, when the team takes to the road, the equipment must follow, and we will show you how next.
You gotta be organized and always thinking.
Staley and the Eagles, Strahan and the Giants. It's a Fox NFL special this week.
Introducing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. And now that you've finished opening your presents, please join us for a special edition of Pittsburgh Sports Tonight as we take a look back at the top 10 Pittsburgh moments of 2002. Which of these sports moments do you think are number one? Is it Larry Johnson's sensational chase after the Penn State rushing record? Or is it the unbelievable run to the Sweet 16 by the upstart Pitt Hoops team? And what about the incredible saga of Tommy Maddox? Find out who's number one next on PST.
Tuesday, January 7th. Emmy Award winner Michael Chiklis is back.
You screwed me!
The Shield, Season 2.
I'm just bumping things up a level. Well, what level is that? Prison?
New alliances.
You and I need to come to an understanding.
I guess we have a deal. New enemies.
You're gonna tell me who you're protecting. Right now!
A whole new season of the series that's too intense for network TV.
You better find your game.
I never lost it. The Shield, Season 2. Premieres Tuesday, January 7th, only on FX.
If you are injured or undergo surgery, your physician may prescribe physical therapy to help you achieve your maximum function. Eagle Physical Therapy will be an important part of your rehabilitation. Our state-of-the-art equipment and advanced treatment techniques are utilized along with a personalized exercise program to avoid any future injuries. Eagle Physical Therapists work with specialists from all medical fields to ensure your treatment is proper and accurate. When it's time for physical therapy, you're right to choose Eagle. Call Eagle Physical Therapy. We are here to serve you.
You're watching Fox Sports Net.
Behind the scenes, Steve Lattin, the equipment manager of the Penguins, is the man who, he's got to get everything moved from town to town when the team goes on the road. Here's an inside look.
We're traveling with, say, 21 guys, 4 coaches, 5 trainers. There'll be 2 stick bags, 3, say 6 trunks, and then all the extra bags that you have for extra equipment, extra underwear, things like that, game jerseys, game socks, practice. You know, it all adds up. Everybody has 2 sets of gear. When we play our games here at the arena, whatever the people see them come out in here at the arena, they have the exact same thing at South Point. So whatever Mario wears here, he has the exact same thing at South Point. So all we do is after a game here at the arena, we'll just move the skates, the goalie bags, and the coaches' bags, and the sticks back to South Point and set up for the next day. What happens there is it's less wear and tear on your game equipment, and at the same time they're breaking in another set of equipment to end up being their game equipment sooner or later. If we were practicing at South Point and leaving that day, I'd be down here like, say 7 o'clock, 7:30 in the morning with Frankie Shuley. And we'd pack this stuff up here. The truck would meet us here, throw it on the truck, and away we go. And the truck driver, Davey Slosher, would just meet us at South Point, say about 12 o'clock, and just throw on the skates, the sticks, and the goalie bags, and extra bag that, you know, with extra gloves the players want, or any little quirks that they want to take with them, we have an extra bag for them. And the coaches' bags, and away we go.
Really good. Look at him handling this game.
And right here, we'll have their name or number. Right in here.
This one doesn't have it. Well, how will you know this is mine?
See, we know because his bag. They stay in his bag constantly. They never come out.
You got your extra gloves, Bird, in there?
Say that again, Frank. No, I'm all set. Yes. Thank you. I'll do it for you.
You know, you use 2 pair of gloves all the time.
Oh, my gloves. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, can you put those there?
It's a different day today. This is the way it used to be back in the day, as we used to say, and meaning that is when we used to just have 1 set of equipment. This is a day like that right here with 1 set of equipment, because we're practicing here at Mellon Arena and we're leaving from Mellon Arena. So the gear that they're wearing right now is their game gear. That'll be packed as soon as they come off. As you know, you could see in the other room, all their bags are out right in front of their stalls, and all they have to do is take their stuff off, throw it in their bag, and away we go.
I think that there's so many guys bite. Oh, just watch them when they come in. So many guys bite.
Pack white helmet? No. Wait, that's Berger's writing.
Berger's writing.
What?
Erase that, please.
Somebody had white helmets on the board.
No, that's Burge. We're wearing black. Takes a lot of organization because first and foremost, you never want to leave anything behind.
Paul, did he pack his bag?
Yeah.
He's got one game skate and one practice skate. You think this is easy? Burge, one practice skate and one game skate?
No, it's Frank's, probably Frank. Don't blame me.
This is why you stay organized.
Burge.
Practice. Sorry. I know you're excited to go there today.
Still got your check.
I know.
All right, Phil, you never forgot anything, did you?
You know what? That's what's so great about Stevie Ladden. Every time I did forget something, he was right there to pick up after me. It's funny, when the game ends, his job begins.
Back with more of Inside Penguins Hockey after this. Inside Penguins Hockey on Fox Sports Net is videotaped at Ross Park Mall and presented by UPMC Sports Medicine. Proud to be the official and exclusive sports medicine provider for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Looking for the perfect stocking stuffer? The Pittsburgh Penguins and the Pittsburgh Zoo and PPG Aquarium have teamed up for the 2003 Penguins in the Wild calendar. Each month features Penguins players alongside interesting and exotic animals. Priced at just $10, proceeds will benefit the zoo's endangered species breeding program. The Penguins in the Wild calendar is sure to be a hit with a hockey fan or the animal lover in your life this holiday season. You can get yours by calling 412-642-1991 or go online at pittsburghpenguins.com.
My great-great-grandfather, D.G. Yingling, came to Pottsville in 1829 with aspirations of being in the beer industry. We've been around for almost 2 centuries, and there's been a few challenges. From the Civil War to Prohibition, then in the 50s and 60s, the big corporate breweries began to dominate the industry. It took a while, but people now appreciate the taste of a handcrafted beer. There is only one oldest, and we're proud of that.
ACC basketball. 2 of the nation's most storied programs take center stage in this doubleheader. First, Georgia Tech throws down with Drew Nicholas and defending champion Maryland. Then, the Cameron Crazies will be buzzing when Chris Duhon and Duke look to avoid the upset against Dayton. ACC Sunday Night Hoops, this week on Fox Sports Net.
Welcome back to Inside Penguins Hockey. Brent Stover alongside Phil Bork and Iceberg. We'll get back to him in a minute. But first, Phil, this is the holiday time. How difficult was it as a player around the holidays to be playing games and practicing and time away from the family, especially at that time of year?
Very, very difficult. In fact, I just came back from Boston, where I was the last couple years, and 2 Christmases ago was the first Christmas with my family in 20 years. So there's a lot of holidays that, as a player, especially this time of year is kind of tough for the players, that they don't get to see their families. There's a lot of Christmas mornings I was either on the ice or on an airplane or on a bus. So it's very difficult, but that comes with the territory. I mean, that's the way it is playing professional hockey.
Thanks, Iceberg, for coming on.
All right.
Phil Bork, it's been great being with you 2 weeks in a row.
Great. Thank you, Brent. My pleasure.
Former Penguin Phil Bork, that's Iceberg. I'm Brent Stover. That's it for this edition of Inside Penguins Hockey. Set provided by Lazarus Ross Park Furniture Galleries.
Ready to see what it takes? Eastern forces collide. Mario Lemieux powers the Penguins. Eric Lindros